Y'all, I did it. I finally did it. I finally cracked the code on using MoKnowsHair defining gel on my type 4 low porosity hair with no flakes. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for coming. My name is Christian. I hope that you'll stick around. You'll watch a few more of my videos, subscribe, like, comment, share, all the things. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So today's video, I'm starting off with an old wash and go. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to try MoKnowsHair again for the gel. And I'm starting off with a different foundation today. So I did need to re-up on the elasticity restoring treatment, which is the deep conditioner of her line. So I went ahead and also got the Scalp clarifier, which is a pre-shampoo treatment. So I'm gonna start off with that. It is a sulfate-free pre-shampoo treatment. It has salicylic acid, sea kelp extract, and Indian winter cherry. And so you're supposed to shake well, apply to the scalp, massage into a lather, and then wet the hair, smooth that lather through the ends, rinse with lukewarm water, and follow up with the Ultimate Hydrator shampoo, which I have used and reviewed on my channel before. And I don't remember if I ever mentioned this in my previous video where I used the shampoo. Just showing you how quickly and easily that lathers, and y'all, it feels so good on the scalp. It's like a really cooling sensation. But like I was saying, I don't know if I mentioned this in the other videos, but you are supposed to shake the shampoo well before use. Sometimes I forget, like I'll literally be squeezing in my hand. I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to shake this. So keep that in mind. So I'm just gonna go through. I don't really feel like I need to part my hair so much with this. I typically just go off of how it feels. Like I said, it's really cool to the scalp, so you can pretty much tell if you've gotten everything. So I usually just take the nozzle and just go right in. Anytime I use a pre-shampoo product like this. And so I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is lathering up on the scalp really nicely. And I'm gonna use this as just an opportunity to go ahead and get a really nice scalp massage. So I'm gonna do that probably for about 3 minutes or so. And then just adding some around my edges. Cause you know, you maybe use edge control, or sometimes when you're using like your skincare products, things might get into the hairline. So I definitely like to always focus these types of treatments right on my edges as well, to make sure that is nice and clean. And so in addition to the scalp clarifier, I also picked up the curl primer, which is a hydrating and curl defining leave-in treatment with Abyssinian, grapeseed, and castor oils. And what I'm hoping is that this will give me another good layer of moisture along with the gel, and hopefully it won't flake. Because you guys, if you've seen my other videos, if you haven't, check them out. I'll try to put something in the iCards and leave some in the description. But you know, me and the gel, we don't get along very well, and I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. I just can't figure out why it keeps flaking. I've used it on its own, and I'm thinking maybe I just used too much, and I'm just trying to find that sweet spot. Either that, or my hair has not been quite as clarified as it needs to be. So I'm really, really loving the way that this is feeling. And I'm just gonna, like I said, go in with the shampoo, go in with the treatment, and then I'll come back and we'll get into the curl primer and the defining gel and see how that goes. And so I'm gonna go ahead and go on with the curl primer. Let's see if we can get that to, there we go. And so it's says to shake well and apply to wet or damp hair, evenly distribute and style with the smoothing pudding, the defining gel, or the styling potion. So I'm gonna shake this up. My hair is still pretty wet, so I think I'm okay for right now. It does have a locking mechanism on it, so I'm gonna undo that. And let's see, I'm gonna just spray it in my hand first to see the consistency. So that is 3 sprays and it's quite liquidy. So let's go ahead and just get that all over. It's a very like fine mist, I feel like, which I think is a good thing because it makes it very buildable, it not being too thick of a product. It does have a like wide spray to it, so I feel like it's easy to cover all your hair in a short amount of time. And I'm just gonna kind of massage and work that through. And it says it's supposed to start defining, so let's see. Probably should have did just 1/2 first, just so I could kind of compare, but I can see some curls popping. So the styling or the defining gel does say to distribute through wet hair, and such a small amount, and I think that's probably part of my problem, is that I might use too much because I always feel like I need so much to make sure my hair is nice and defined. So let's try to be more mindful about how much product we're using. And I think, which is something I typically don't do because it just takes so long, is I'm going to do it in small sections and really try to define them and really work the gel through. So I do find that the gel has some decent moisture to it, considering it's a gel. You don't typically think of them as being moisturized, but it has really good ingredients in it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put just a little more of the curl primer. I'm gonna go through with some water. We're gonna brush through again. Okay. I'm hoping that's a small enough section. And just always making sure that everything is nice and detangled, because that really does help with the definition. Let's just see how it's looking so far. I need to trim my ends, so. But it's not looking too shabby. It's wet, but it's not dripping wet, but let's get into it. Okay. And take a small amount. I hope that this is a small enough amount. We're about to find out, aren't we? Okay. love the way it smells. And I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to work for me so bad, because it smells so, so, so good. So I hate shingling, but is that what I'm gonna have to do for this to work? Let me see what time it is. Do I have time to do that? I do not. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more and run it through again. Nice and careful. Trying to smooth. Get into those roots. It looks good for the most part. Check it. Black shirt. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. And this is fully dried, 100% diffused. Shake, 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 shake. Nothing in the air. Nothing on my shirt. Finally. Okay, so final results here. As you can see, we've got lots of good definition. We got some good volume. I have not stretched it. I'm still going back and forth on whether or not I want to stretch it like a little bit in the back, but I'm not mad at the shape that I got kind of naturally here. So it might just stay like this, but y'all, I'm just finally excited that I'm able to use this gel when literally everything else in the line, in the collection, I have loved and my hair seems to love. It was literally just the gel that was kind of holding me back. And I think that like a lot of people give up like the first time something doesn't work for you. You're just like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want anything to do with it. And I think we do that in life a lot, but I'm telling you, ever since I went natural and I really started to like embrace my texture and my curls and all of that, I've learned some really deep lessons, and this is like one of them that's a reminder right now is don't give up on something. If you really want something, you'll work at it. And I wanted this to work for me, and I just was determined because I saw so many other people that had success with it. I know the creator, she knows her stuff, like literally that's why it's called MoKnowsHair. And she's got the background, she's got the training, she knows what she's doing and what she's talking about. And I'm like, there's got to be a reason why this isn't working. And so, like I said in the beginning of the video, you know, I had kind of got to the point where I was thinking I was just ultimately using too much product, which was just causing buildup, which is where you get your flaking from, in conjunction with I don't think my hair was clarified enough. So again, running through the steps of what I did for this wash day today was using the scalp clarifier, running that through not only the scalp but through the length of my hair, using the ultimate hydrator. I did do 2 washes with that, so my hair was super clean as I went into the elasticity restoring treatment. And then I went in, after I rinsed that out, got in there with the curl primer spray, a good amount of water, and then finally the gel, and it worked. Granted, it does not have the strong hold or cast like I prefer, but I don't expect that because this is not a strong hold gel. That's not how it was created. That's not how it's meant to be used. But it does have hold, which is the important part. And so, not sure how long it's gonna last. I honestly don't need it to last very long. But I'm gonna see. We're gonna see, and I'm gonna enjoy it for as long as this ride goes. Going in with smaller sections, which is something I used to do years ago, but I stopped because I got to be a lazy natural. It really helped, but I think the fact that this has great slip, my hair was properly deep conditioned before, it helped me move through a lot faster. So I'm not mad at the time it took. Literally, I think, yep, it took 2 hours from the time that I put the scalp clarifier, started applying that to my scalp, to the time I put the dryer down from defusing. So that's good. A 2-hour wash day to get these kind of results that'll give me probably at least at minimum 3 good days, which is fine for this not to be a stronghold gel. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but y'all, because I'm just rambling right now, I'm so excited because this is the probably, I think, 4th or 5th time I have tried this gel since it was re-released. And I'm just glad that I finally found what worked for me. To be honest with you, I'm a little nervous to even try to put the styling potion with it now. I think I'm just leave it. If I can just keep a decent amount of moisture with just the curl primer and this, that's gonna be it. But yeah, let me show you guys the back. Y'all see what I see, right? No flakes. So thank you so much for watching this video. That is all I have for you guys today. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, watch my other videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.